Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I've come on to show you a beautiful Christmas card. It was shared by a lady on Sandra and myself's group, Crafting with Riley and Rose, and her name is Karen Egan, and she shared a lovely cracker card. I didn't ask for the measurements or anything because I just thought I'm sure I could make it. So I just went ahead and had a little go, and this is how it turned out, and I just think it's brilliant. I'm really going to do all my Christmas cards like this. Super simple, but very, very effective. Thank you so much, Karen, if you're watching this, for the lovely idea. It will be using the envelope punch board. I've just put this from our house to yours on this one. On the one I'm going to do, I'm not putting a sentiment because I just don't know what I want to do on the front just yet. But the inside, I've just matted it with a white piece of cardstock and then continued the cracker strips on. Now on this one, it is scored on the back, but I'm not going to do that for the next one. So this was the next one that I did. And it's using a gorgeous pad, All That Glistens. So I've got this in the 6x6 and the 12x12 as well, and that was using that one. And then that's the inside, and as you can see there's no embossed pieces on the back, so I've left it blank because I don't know what I'm going to put on the front yet. Then I've gone ahead and made an envelope, so I am going to show you how to do that as well. It's just a long envelope that fits in really lovely. It does measure 7 by 2.5 inches. So again, that's just the same as the other one, but these would be lovely as a little set to sell on a Christmas craft fair. Just absolutely beautiful. So thanks again so much, Karen, for your lovely idea. So you're just going to need a few things. So I've already cut everything out that I need. I've gone for the Festive Wonder pad. I don't know if any of you have seen this before. They're the papers that you get. Really, really pretty. That's the one that I've made, the red one. That's from the Festive Wonder pad. But yeah, so you do want a piece of cardstock. That measures 7 inches by 5. And you just want to score that at 2.5 inches. Okay. So you'll have your score line. Now what we're going to do, actually I'm going to need my bigger scoreboard, so I'll just move that one to one side and fetch in the larger board. So now what you want to do is put it on the long side, and we're going to score down to this first score line. Don't go past it. You can if you want to. It will just end up how I did the first one. I've written my measurements down. These are my measurements. I didn't ask Karen for hers, but I'm sure they're probably very similar. Anyway, so on the first, you want to score it at 3/4 of an inch. Just down to that first score line. Then you want to score at 1.25 and 1.75. And then moving along, you want to score at 5.25, 5.75, and 6.25. So you should have 3 score lines, a larger one, that'll be for the end of the cracker, 3 score lines, and then the same. These are 1/2 inch and this one is 3/4. So that's what you're going to have. Can you see that? Only down to the first score line. So that's all the scoring done. You then want to fold and burnish your card. This is a bit of a thin card. Didn't have any thicker grey card. You could, it still will stand up really nice, you see. So next, you want to take your punch board, and we're going to line it up on this middle score line. So I worked it out to be, move it over, just shy of that 1.25. Can you see? Can you see that? There. So about there, just that one notch under the 1.25. punch. So you're going to have that. Then you want to turn it over, put it back in, find that 1 1/4, and just go again 1 notch under. Oh, and then punch. Alright. And that's going to be a cracker. So you're going to repeat that on this end, 1 1/4. So I'll pause the video and I'll come back. Okay, I'm back, and that is what you've got. Okay, so that's your cracker shape. I just love it. Then I've taken a piece of silver foil card. Don't want to get my face in, and that's going to line up in the middle like that. But I have, oh, wrong piece. We've cut another piece of the patterned paper to go over the top, so I'm just going to give you the measurement for the silver one first. That needs to be 3 3/8 by 2 3/8, and then your patterned piece is going to be 3 1/4 by 2 1/4 inches, and you're just going to glue them 2 pieces together. So I'm just using the tacky glue, and I'm just going to run some glue on here. You could use double-sided tape if you want to. I'm just going to go for the tacky glue. Just making sure you've got a nice evenish border all the way around. Don't worry if you get a little bit of glue on there. When it dries, you can just rub it off. It will rub off. So now we're going to sit this piece in the centre, and if you can see the 2 score lines, can you see that line? Just going to fit inside of that score. So just again giving it a nice even border around the edges. Okay, and then you can just burnish that down. And you just want, if you want to stick a little sentiment on the inside piece, you can do that. I might do that on some, put a little Merry Christmas, but I don't know. So I'm just going to glue that inside piece, and that measures, let me tell you, did I? It should just be the same as that top one. 3 3/8 of an inch by 2 3/8 of an inch. It's just the same as that silver piece on the top. And that's just going to sit inside, again giving it a nice even border all the way around. Okay. Then what you need is you want 2 silver strips for the ends of the cracker, and they want to measure 5/8 of an inch by 2 3/8. Let me just double check. Yeah, 5/8 of an inch by 2 3/8 of an inch. You need 2, and then you're going to want a piece to go over the top, and they're going to measure 1/4 of an inch by 2 1/4 of an inch. So you just want to glue those on top, and I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back, and we're just going to stick these onto the ends of the card. So again, there's a line to guide you on the end of the card where you did your score mark, and you just want to pop that on the inside. If you can see the score, it's just there, but just put that on the inside. And then just gluing up this next one. And placing that one on there as well. And then I've cut some really thin strips. They measure, so it'll be 1/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch. And these are just silver strips that are going to sit on that middle score line. So we're just going to sit them like that over that centre score line. Okay, so you want to do that on the outside. So they'll look like that. I think that looks really, really pretty. And then you want to open it and there's no score lines. Just line them up. Just there. I added these inside because I just felt like it needed a little something on the end. I didn't want to fully add them. I didn't want to put sides on as well. Thought that might be too much. But just to continue that pattern on the inside, I think it looks really pretty. And then I know crackers usually have string and things. You could put some tinsel on, I suppose, if you wanted to. You just don't want to bulk it out. I want this card to be able to go in the post and nice and flat. So from my Stampin' Up days, when I used to be a demonstrator, I have kept most of my punches and stamp sets, and I have got this one. I've got the stamp set as well, but I thought this bow would just be perfect. So I cut 2 out, and I've laid them up, white on a silver one. And I've put the silver going off that side to the left, and that will sit on this one. So then I've cut 2 more out, and this time I want the silver to be on the right side. So you just pop some glue, only a bit. I've just put a little bit on the back. And then you want to just offset it so that that silver piece hangs to the right. I'll show you in a minute. So it's just coming off to the right, can you see? And then that will go on that side. So just let that one dry. You could have done it with a red to coordinate with the red card, but I went with white. So I've just put glue all over the back, and then just find the centre, just guessing where it is, and just add that on there like that. I think it really looks really pretty. Just finishes it off. If you don't have a bow, you could make a bow, you could put a different shape there. You don't have to put any shape there. I just thought it would look really nice. If you do go over to the Crafting with Riley and Rose, you can see Karen's card. This is just my little touch to it with the bows and stuff. So that's it. No, it's not. We're going to make an envelope. So that is it though for the card. That is how it is, and that's the inside. I think it's really beautiful. Although I did start with thin card, it has got thicker because we've laid it up. So for the envelope, really easy. What did I do? It's just copier paper. I thought it's a nice weight. It's really good for, you know, just for an envelope. So I didn't write the measurements down to this, but I'm sure it's not going to be really hard for me to forget. So let's see. So we'll cut it at 7 inches by the width. Okay, it might go a little bit more. So I'll do it at 7 1/4 actually, just so I know I've got enough. Right, so 7 1/4 inches by the full width. Then you want to take your scoreboard, and all I really did, can you see that? Yeah, was popped my card in the middle-ish, right? And I just gave myself a little bit of room. So I'm gonna score. Make sure I've got the thicker end on. I'm going to score at 2 1/8. Now do it soft because, as we know, copier paper is not very thick. So then, keeping the card on, I'm going to score it at 4 7/8. So this is going to be like a really snug fit, but it'll be perfect. Then I moved this down and we scored at 1/2 inch. And kept the cracker there. Actually. And then, oops, did I get my head in there? And then 7 3/4 inches. Okay, so that's what I've done. Right, so then what you're going to do is fold on your score lines. You don't need this piece. Chuck that piece away. It can be a bit tricky, so just find your score lines. There's one. And then make sure, you don't need to burnish it, just your fingers will do. So again, just finding that score mark. And then folding this last one over the two end pieces. So again, okay, and then the last one. And there's just going to be a bit of cutting on this. Oops. And all you're going to do is we're going to just angle there and cut the two rectangles off. So underneath the score line, and then angle, not too much but just a bit, okay? So you can angle that on and then just above that score line. So you're going to have that, so you need to repeat that on the top. Okay, so I'm back and I've just applied some glue to this flap and then this one as well. But first, I've just gone over there a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my foam mat and I've got a stamp here and I'm just going to stamp, let me just make sure it's the right way, that way. So I'm just going to stamp a little image at the bottom, just to jazz it up a little bit. You don't have to do this. You might not use copy paper, you might just use regular matching patterned paper. So I'm just going to stamp that onto there. It may not stamp out very well, I don't know. Yeah, it's just smudged there, but never mind. This is just for video. But yeah, you would just put your little image on there. That's fine. I can just make another one. So what I'm going to do is peel off that backing tape and that one. Just fold that over because I just went over a little bit. Make sure that all comes over. And then close it down and close this side down as well. And then you just want to remove this tape off at the bottom and then just fold that up. And that will be, ignoring that piece, your really cute little envelope, and you'll just pop some tape on and you will just fold it shut. So yeah, you can see where it's smudged, but it's fine. But that is how you would make your envelope. So throw that one away and we'll use this one. But there you go. And then you just pop some tape on there and close that over. And as you can see, you can't see the pattern through the copier paper anyway. So yeah, that's really worked out really nice. So I hope you enjoyed that tutorial. Thank you again to Karen Egan for sharing your creativity on the group. And yeah, I will leave the links to the Crafting with Riley and Rose group in the description bar below, along with everywhere where you can find me as well. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time. Bye.